You think walking away is just a quiet exit, but for the person you leave behind, it can feel like a spiritual shock. It's like pulling a rug out from under their reality, forcing them to face truths they've been ignoring. Truths they could comfortably avoid when you were still there, absorbing their chaos. Now, they're left alone, staring at themselves in a mirror they've been avoiding for years. And that absence you left behind, it's not just empty space. It's a powerful, echoing silence. One that says, you're going to have to deal with yourself now. In this video, we're breaking down what really happens when you decide to walk away. The silent, brutal wake-up call your absence creates. The emotional chaos they're forced to face without you. And why walking away isn't just about leaving. It's about holding up a mirror that reveals the truth they can't escape. Stay with me, because in 60 seconds, I'm going to share why your silence is more powerful than any argument you could ever have. 1. The spiritual shock. A reality check. They didn't see coming. Walking away is like a spiritual earthquake. You may have left silently, but for them, it's a deafening explosion. Why? Because your presence was their emotional cushion. You were the one they could project their frustrations onto. You were the one who absorbed their chaos, their drama, their issues. Now, without you, they're left with nothing but themselves. And that's terrifying. They can no longer blame you for their problems. They can no longer use you as a distraction from their own mess. They're forced to confront the truth they kept running from, that the real problem was never you. It was always them. Your absence isn't just a void. It's a mirror reflecting back everything they tried to deny. Second, absence feels like punishment because it breaks the illusion of control. When you walk away, you're not just taking yourself out of the picture. You're taking away the comfort and care they took for granted. You were their emotional punching bag, their sounding board, their safety net. Now, they're left with nothing to lean on, nothing to distract them. And that absence, it feels like a punishment because it forces them to feel the emptiness they've been avoiding. They call, and you don't pick up. They text, and your response is silence. They post something online, hoping you'll notice, and you don't. Now they're left sitting in that void, trying to figure out, what did I do to make them leave? Why am I not worth staying for? Your absence is the loudest silence they'll ever hear, and it's making them question everything. Walking away forces them to face their own issues. Here's the part they'll never admit. They weren't ready to look at themselves. Your presence was a shield, protecting them from their own mess. But now that you're gone, they have no one to project onto, no one to blame. Now they have to face their unresolved trauma, emotional immaturity, insecurity, and lack of self-worth. Your absence forces them to ask, was I really the problem or was it them? And that's a question most people aren't ready to answer, because the answer is staring back at them in the mirror. Silence is more powerful than drama, and it drives them crazy. When you walk away, they expect drama. They expect a fight, closure, a final conversation, something they can react to. But when you leave in silence, you deny them that satisfaction. You refuse to engage in the chaos. You refuse to give them the argument they're craving. And that's more powerful than any words you could ever say. Your silence is a boundary. Your silence says, I don't need to explain myself. Your silence communicates, I'm done playing your games. And that silence, it makes them question everything they thought they knew about you. Because silence isn't empty. It's full of all the things you didn't say, and all the things they're too afraid to hear. Walking away is a strategic move. It exposes their real self. When you walk away, you're not just leaving. You're revealing. You're forcing them to show who they really are, without the mask. And that can be devastating. The charming friend suddenly becomes passive-aggressive. The loving partner starts spreading rumors. The supportive family member tries to guilt trip you. Why? because your absence took away their ability to control the narrative. Now, they have to sit with their own actions, their own behavior, their own manipulation tactics. Walking away doesn't just expose their real self to you, it exposes their real self to themselves. Leaving reveals their regrets and powerlessness. When you leave, you're no longer under their control. You're no longer at their beck and call. And that makes them feel powerless. They start replaying every moment they took you for granted. Every time they dismissed your feelings, every time they thought you'd always be there or no matter what. Now, they're sitting alone with their regrets, realizing, I pushed them away. And now, they're gone. I thought they'd never leave. And now they did. Your absence isn't just a loss, it's a reckoning. Because now they have to face the emptiness of their own choices. Leaving with grace, choosing yourself without bitterness. Here's the part that really matters. You didn't walk away to punish them. You walked away to save yourself. And that decision? It wasn't made in anger. It was made in clarity. You chose self-respect over seeking validation. You chose inner peace over pointless arguments. You chose to step out of the storm instead of trying to calm it. And that's the ultimate power move. Not revenge, not bitterness, but self-respect. Because walking away isn't about proving them wrong. It's about choosing to be right for yourself. Conclusion: walking away isn't just an exit. It's a statement. It's saying, I no longer accept your chaos as my reality. And that's silence. It's the loudest truth they'll ever hear. It makes them face their own mess. It makes them question their own worth. It makes them see the truth of their own actions, without you there to absorb the blame. So, if you've walked away, know this. You didn't abandon them. You just stopped abandoning yourself. And if this video resonated with you, hit subscribe. We're breaking down the hidden truths behind letting go, moving on, and reclaiming your power.